I'll admit, the station's in better shape than I expected it to be.
Reminder, large jobs take Sam longer to clean.
Impressive, as always. Entering quiet mode. You're an artist, Captain.
Preparing body bag for use.
Smells like old blood.
Crew members Ellie and Max are engaged in a heated discussion. Destination reached. A groundbreaker.
My comm center already got an update. Thanks. Looking at the transmission logs, the relay hasn't received a single unencrypted message in the past 36 months. Well, whatever's... Thanks again for saving my derriere. I secured quite the... Routing through the backup relay has saved us a mess.
The ship's grounding something.
If you stop in the engine room, would you ask Parvati to send Sam down to the bridge?
Don't move, you got a little bit of sick in your tread. There, spick and span. Next time you find Yoka fixing to barf, you come get me. I'll make sure she hits the can. Oh, Captain! Just doing some routine maintenance on our automech, friend. Don't mind me.
Issuing sanitation.
Something bust.
Destination reached. Scylla. Welcome back. I'll be here.
Loose particles detected. Vacuum them up.
Can't walk 5 meters without stubbing your toe in a loose rock here.
Time to bring the queen.
And get your bludgeoning objects ready. What the? I hear
Dirt alert. Toxin neutralized. Bill, scoured with prejudice. Good news, customer. All germs and contaminants have been neutralized.
Destined to die. Don't mess with us.
Here they come. Nice hit!
Resuming passive mode. Congratulations, customer. Your SAM unit is performing at peak capacity.
That's the last of them.
Time to take out
Fine
the
hit,
trap.
Captain. Down they go.
This area has been sanitized.
Hey, outlaw. You know, you didn't have to shoot me down if you wanted an autograph.
Shut up now, and you might get out of this alive. Can we hurry this up? I want that ship gutted before the primals find us.
They were destined to die! Their death, our survival. Tremendous work, friend. Here I was.
Symptoms detected. Elevated heart rate.
I'm not terrified, you bucket of The one... wait, who's that? I swear, land on... You tell her these automechs are coming, and sending a hired stooge to rescue me from certain peril only furthers my... Mac... You saved me the cost of ammunition. Thanks, pal.
and
Hit!
kill germs. Body bag required. Cycle complete.
This is a monument to man's intelligence and strength.
You name it, Sam cleans it.
We've got a fight on our hands.
Pollutant purified. Mega sentence. Sanitation and maintenance job fulfilled. Fight dirty. Clean up the competition.
Point to where it hurts.
Muting volume now. Preparing to... sanitize. Error. Owner not found. No challenge is too large, no mess is too small.
You can only move forwards or backwards as a society. And I, for one, fully support our progressive efforts.
You won't get any mercy from me.
Pollutant purified.
Everyone all right?
Powered with prejudice.
We've got a fight on our hands.
Damn units never lay down on the job. Cleaning cycle complete.
Here they come. Here we go. Nice hit.
Never lay down on the job.
What a cozy little mining outpost. Deserted, but quaint.
Good hygiene prevents an early onset of death.
Oh.
Great work.
This is going to be quite a challenge.
And sanitize.
Nice hit!
Clean up the competition.
Everyone all right?
Scoured with prejudice.
Oh, I did not expect you back so soon, Captain. Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
Were I a gambling woman, I can't keep hanging around. But you.
Captain, if you're looking for crew members Ellie or Felix, they're sharing a drink upstairs.
So then I says, fine, I'll pay you back for all of it. With interest.
Nice one. You must have had them quaking in their heels.
I mean, I wasn't really gonna do it. I just wanted to make him feel bad.
Pay you back with interest. I gotta remember that one.
Would have felt better if it had worked. Something...
I have received a transmission from Roseway, from a Dr. Shaw. Welcome back, Captain. I have received...
What? Oh, is this on? I'll keep this short, lest I get caught. Now, how do...
The transmission... Take care. We're now in orbit above Roseway, Captain.
Ah, I remember you. Aha. I asked you here because I have a working prototype of the Altinature, Auntie Cleo's very first... The schematics you fetched for me lent themselves well to the creation of... The market's already saturated, they said. Weapons are everywhere. Given your unlawful proclivities, I thought... I believe we have...
Where are we headed today, Captain? The stars are the limit. We're now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain.
Hold on there. I gotta sign you in. Don't think I've seen you around. You must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. There's a... Wish more folk could say that. You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets... Which means I never get to do this. On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna and halcyon. Please state your... Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own... I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Son... Oh, that'll just make Mr. Sanjar's day if you tell him. But that's all up.
Did he just say raptidons and cannibals? I can't wait.
Oh, sure. It makes Stellar Bay sound like a rock.
Ah, the nostalgic stench of home. Can't say I miss the day.
Anyway, Mr. Sanjar's got lots. We don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-worlders who do make it out here are sublight. They got a base in Fallbrook. And thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Mr. Sanjar will be mighty... Oh! I got this Rizzo's Rangers Tosswell poster coming in on the next sublight shipment. Only I haven't heard any...
Boss, come on. Black Hole Birdie, the Hole Meister.
That's Bertie Holcomb. Oh, everyone's heard of him, even on Monarch. We still get some of the... Oh, you're real funny. I couldn't read... But the fancy collector types say the more people see these things, the less valuable they are. Thanks a bunch. Celia, we're...
You don't look like sunlight. Must be...
Fresh blood at last. Stellar Bay could use some.
What are the chances of all the times and places we could have been born?
Yeah.
We're here, light years from Earth, going about our lives.
Every time the punch cloth peels, a worker earns his meals.
What are you talking about?
Sorry, I thought you were quoting It's a Wonderful Directorate.
Laws. Can a man enjoy the smooth menthol flavor of a stogie? What I am doing, sir, is enjoying the moment. This law's for... I recall when Stellar Bay was a proper board-affiliated town with regular shipments of anti-cle... Days of consumption and culture. When we weren't squabbling with... Look, you're making...
Well, well. Enjoy. If you plan on sitting through Neok...
I could use a few and tell it on my...
Now what can I... Not since Amber Heights. These days we have more leaving than coming. Bunch of marauders broke into the executive compound, slaughtered everyone. I thought everyone knew. But then... Thought it had a fence. Nope. Thought it... don't be... Speaking of... Anyone who spends any amount... And I don't... Anyone who's rid us of as many beasts as... Something else...
And the little bastard's slippery, right? On account of its blood. So it's getting so I can't... Don't interrupt, it's rude. But I gotta get in there. Get right in that baby rap's stomach and dig it out. Shit, I don't know what I'd do. Right. Ooh, charmer. Don't get a lot of that around. Nice change of... What are you doing in Stellar Bay? Well. Let's get down to brass. I'm headed back out there after I sober up. You... Outstanding! Our dispense... I'm cut off for the month, on account of needing one just about every... Well, they work.
You don't look like Sublight. Must be...
New face, huh? A ship captain? Well, I'll be. Why don't you grab... Me and my friends have taken our destiny into our own hands. Well, but until the windfall's gone, we're riding high. I don't see how. When Sanjar took over MSI, he tossed all the... Our supervisor, Velma, goes on and on about quarterly profits and meeting quotas. We won't go back until she agrees to pay us fair and proper. Us on Monarch. We're... I wouldn't doubt it. You look like the type who tends to come out on top. Not like us. It's been days, but Velma... You would do that? We sure are lucky you just... Sure. Not forever, but we've each saved up our bits. If I knew that, I'd have tried it. The others wanted to blackmail her. I would never. So far, it's just gossip, you know? But if there was...
We're not the best at this.
Could I get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Just make sure it's properly logged.
I'll note it next to the others, sir.
Well, Celia, didn't I tell you our new statistics-based advert?
That?
How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken?
You've often posed...
Clear my schedule. This new... Did you hear that? I only hope you don't judge me by... Now. Hiram? Why, he's probably still out at Devil's... But if you're here for him... Oh, How a shame. I had hoped that livening up our advertising... Thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been... We've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations.
You talk like... Can't imagine why you'd sneer at the notion of a free colony. Could it be?
I used to be young and idealistic.
Exactly. Intellectualism fuels the train to mankind's future. But the tracks the train runs...
Sounds like something out of the chairman's own notes, Vic.
Yes, it's as though the good vicar...
Indeed. Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored.
On our terms.
Are you out of your mind?
Well, we can't continue to subsist like this either.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then...
It's a two-pronged approach. The first part... With a Bolt 52 cartridge, of course. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
And you'll have a powerful...
In the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of... Do be careful. I've lost more than... Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some... dangerous information. What can I do? Then it's good that I keep... I've asked myself the same thing many times. Especially...
You see what I have to do?
For many years, this planet was home to as many corporations as Terra 2. But... As you may have noted, and as the other MSI's leadership at...
And how did that work?
Most regard Monarch as a lost cause, but there were others of us who saw an opportunity. It's humane, but it's also good business sense. Exhausted, sick. Anyway, we learned of a loophole in the corporate bylaws that were creating the perfect environment. Oh, well, there were surely other junior executives with more... Oh. No, they laughed in our faces. In a manner of speaking, many of us stayed behind. In an act of I moved forward with our planned reform. Yet not long after I renamed it Monarch, the other corporations dislodged us from the board and began an official campaign to paint us. I don't know. Everything we did was legal and above board.
Your first mistake was expecting...
I understand the sentiment, but if we can't rely... I do think there's something useful in a governing body like the board. Something that keeps us from anarchy, but... Why wouldn't anyone? They...
Yeah, and once you go back to him, he'll own your dignity too.
Without the board, chaos would overtake the system. Working within the established order isn't a principle.
To be on the board is to be part of the colonial... I'm not a man to put pride. If membership on the board can ease our... Besides, I'm hopeful that addition...
Don't get ahead of...
Yes, yes. My hope is to maintain the reforms we've managed here, and... It's a legal provision that gives the board the authority to cordon off any...
Sounds like the board gave themselves the power to arrest an entire planet.
I'm all for reasonable regulations, but the board hasn't much as I hate to say it, the board's leadership... He and his followers call themselves the Iconoclasts. Lawless anarchists, all of them.
I will admit, I am...
Well, be careful what you wish for. Graham has a habit of ruining everything, and everyone around him. I'm trying to build something here. It isn't just that they drain our people. Every radical act they commit cements Halcyon. So, shall I begin with the supply shortages, or... He's lucky the board doesn't take him seriously enough to keep more than a few UDL guns.
An Earth Directorate assault cruiser would change his tune.
What can I do for... I see. And... Well, that's excellent. What else can I...
Greetings, and welcome to Monarch Stellar... What can... Not at all. Mr. Nandi treats us all... Laws, no. So I can talk to him of sort of the... Unfortunately, my apartment's kind of filling up with it. I couldn't... Hey, maybe you could ask him for me. I mean, a no would still... Oh, Mr... He doesn't talk much, but he's got this quiet... Plus, he's got great legs. Not in Stellar Bay. Everyone else... Besides, a man with a good smile... You think that's what I'm... Sorry.
We're not the best equipped, but scouting for rats keeps us on our toes.
I hope your being here means the board is loosening their restrictions.
Here to do business with Sanjar? Here to do business with Sanjar?
Wouldn't mind smelling like salt tuna if we could sell more of it. If you want to talk to the boss, she's in the back of the warehouse.
Look, you can tell Catherine the new shipment will be ready when it's ready, all right? She's welcome to come up here and pack boxes herself if she's in such a hurry. Did she now? Well, I can see I was mistaken. I hope you can forgive my... First, my autoloader foreman stages a walkout, and now my chief pescatological health manager... Braxton. He's in charge of getting the fish... He's a real wizard with pharmaceuticals. But he has creative... I can't keep working. Since you don't seem to be constrained yourself... Tell him Velma said to get his lazy ass down here, or she might start noticing those extra... Unless you're here to tell me he's a... Hard workers? Caleb and his crew have it better than anyone else. I don't have the bits for it. Besides, if I make an exception...
She's principled, in at least this area. I will begrudge...
Thank you. If Caleb wants to keep this job, He'd better get back to it. Same thing as me. Where's your proof? Because I know no one's been poking around my terminal.
Are you absolutely sure of that?
Just as a hypothetical. Nothing to see on my terminal, of course. Because I've done... For running me ragged while he... Maybe so. But I bet you... He says he's got a stash to tide his crew over. Could be he's all talk... Fine. Stealing such a nasty... And yeah, let's just say I've noticed the sterile biotics we use... We're not like those corp... Besides, the Spacer's Choice stuff we use is cheap enough. Sublight boss out of Fallbrook. Handles most goods that come in or out of Stellar.
Velma's not so bad. She's stressed.
Velma seem out of sorts to you?
She's always cranky.
No, I mean, more than usual.
Wouldn't know. I made it a point to stay out of her way.
Ooh, you're the new face. Wow, you must be up on all the latest. So who do you follow? Wait, don't tell me. You... Aren't they just? When I get to worrying, most of the time it's static.
You get to listen to games all day? Stellar Bay...
It's pretty swell. Say, I don't...
I'll try not to be a stranger then.
You should stop by more often. The games are all...
Sounds like a good time. I wouldn't mind
Look at me. So... Graham's always filling the airwaves with... All it means is the tossball games get to...
Hello, dearie. What can I... Yes, indeed. Oh.
Help! Someone's been killed! I think I clean the... If you're going... Now...
Got any news from the rest of the house?
A murder? Hey, is this the part where we go hunting for clues? What a... You think the people in...
Whatever you do, don't mention tossball deposit. I'll never get
You... Braxton. Oh, he told me he was delivering to this house and the ruin. So...
You wanna know what I think? This Braxton fella threw away the trappings of society and joined a pack of wild raptidons.
Good day to you.
Whoa, but...
We're used to folks swooning.
A healthy survival Besides... Where should I begin? The board was right. That was a real popular meal, Ted. These days, everybody's had a belly full of... I can whip one... Whoa! Look, Captain. I'm mighty glad you reckon. There we are. Now, if you don't mind, I really need to take a leak. I see. Sanjar, of course. He had all these glorious ideas about how he'd run. It all sounds wonderful. Until you realize I could do with a few kilometers only every day. And even if I did scrape together enough to buy... Well, thank...
Well done.
Well, well. The only new folk I ever see in town are sublight run. Look, if you don't see it,
Wrap musk and painted eyes, right here.
Sir, please, I need your help. I can pay. Oh, thank you for stopping. Please, you have to help me get my little Tucker. Oh, I just knew you were a good person. He ran out into the wilderness a few days ago. Please. He's been pining for... I warned him. Oh, He's been listening to those... And now I just know my boy's run off to Amber. Those low-life degenerates, leading innocent boys.
Not sure I'm seeing the...
You're what? How noble is it to worry your loved ones? Not at all. If they weren't... That old settlement, southwest of... Or that he never... Or maybe... Well, I guess I've got some bits saved up for a ring. You look for him in Amber Heights, and if you find any of them iconic...
Hello, stranger. Can I You look like a man. Huh. I haven't seen her. I hope it's working okay, because... Nice of you to say. And I gotta admire anyone with her passion for canid. Wait, I see what's going on. Don't get me wrong. I'd like to give her a... But if I give her one, I won't hardly make a... You sound pretty sure. And she is? Okay, I'll do it. Once her shift ends... You look like... I don't know. Celia usually buys whatever I have, and... He came to Stellar Bay years ago, just before the board. Sure. Well, I could send you to the same place I sent Mr. Pickett. Tell you what, I'll tell you where I sent Mr. Pickett if you promise... All right then, leave town through the southern gate. Last mannequin I saw was... Yeah. I sent...
have you talked to... Okay, but how did... Was he like, yay, a date with Celia? I've secretly been... Not to worry. If I never buy another... look at me going on. Thanks again. You know, sending you is the first bright idea I've seen from that. I still don't know anything about it. But if you want to help... But...
More or less. Great. Oh, Hiram? I ain't checked in on that. We'll be going south and west. A few more of a spelunker, rotting rip. That said...
Long as you've got my back, I'll have yours. Welcome to the unreliable crew.
What's the ugliest thing ever killed?
Oh,
I still have nightmares about this one. Fiercest, most foul creature I've ever faced. Just shy of 7 feet tall. Breath like a sulfur pool. A little slow, strong as a mountain. If I recall, his name was George, Gregory, I don't know. Some G name. He and a band of pirates tried to ambush me and mine on the trail once.
Wait, you're talking about a person?
Yeah, poor guy. I think my bullets did his face a favor.
Smells like wrapped in here.
Oh, it does work. I bought some musk from Sebastian to cover up the saltiness.
I'd give you.
Who spat in your spirit?
You noticed my mood? I'm surprised you can.
I could be seeing triple and I'd still think you're being unkind.
Will you try wrangling half a ton of dead fish with decades-old. Anyway. This again? I swear, this is the. You can tell Grim his poster came in. You can also tell him I got a better offer for it. She runs the betting parlor across the way.
I never did catch her name.
Nice hair, slightly oblivious. Yeah, Nell's good people. You should She asked me about the poster once. Just once. Damn. It's staying locked up in my office until Nell shows with her. No. I paid Sublight for it. So, it's mine. And when Nell pays me for it... Sure can. Sure. And once you finish helping me... Fine. Fine. And... We're... But... And... If... You know, I... hadn't thought of it that way. Last thing I need is Catherine mailing even farther up. Fine.
Why don't you... How'd you manage that? Wait, never mind. If I question it, it'll turn out not to be true. Besides, I never follow how you got Velma to part ways. As agreed, now me and my friends...
In case I did not...
Hey there, Poor Isaac. I'd really like to help. Right. So the thing with Isaac, sometimes he'd drink purpleberry punch by the liter, other times he... I don't know for sure, but they're hooligans from Fallbrook. They sweep into town, drop supplies off behind the... They usually loiter in the alley behind the yacht club. They're not allowed in the bar anymore. I bet you... Mr. Sanjar will be pleased to hear about it when you're done. I know he gets fed up with the Fallbrook bullies, but there's not much he can do. Hey there, What? Signed by the Black Hole himself. Why, did you want to see it? I don't have it yet. I'm waiting on... You mean Dopey Landing Pad Grimm? I didn't know he and Miss... Fine. Tell Velma that I don't...
I'd give you a friend. That's a surprise. Take the poster then. Something else on your mind?
Have you had time to check on that? Would you look at that? I can't thank you enough. And you know what? Take my old tossball blocker too. Never get the chance to...
You know, Nyoka, between you and me, we know all there is to know about Monarch.
What makes you say that?
Well, you got your life experience as a hunter, and I've... memorized every episode of Terror on Monarch.
Oh, Terror on Monarch's a riot. It's all made up, though. You know that, right?
Yeah, right. Next, you're gonna tell me Halcyon and Helen weren't based on a real person.
I won't tell you that, no. You seem happier in your ignorance. need to talk to you, Captain. Hey, gotta figure while we're out here in the wilderness preferably before we get to Hiram's. You don't seem the type to run. I'll be upfront with you. I hate asking for help. I hate it every time I give someone the opportunity. But this... Really? I used to run with a band of hunters. Friends. 6 of us. We were on Monarch when the corporation... I haven't seen 2 of them in years, and the rest I know to be dead. I'd like to get... I saw it happen. His name was Hayes, and he's our first stop. I'll show you where he rests. He had a medallion in his effects. A long time ago, we built an encampment in one of Mon... If we can find Rebecca and Anders, they'll know how to lure her out. Then...
I always wanted to visit Stellar Bay. Taking the sights, the sounds, Wait, what's that smell?
Right. Here's the road. Follow it south.
Boy, take you! That's one down!
My time to shine! Boss, did you see that? Here we go!
Covering you!
Oh, that's the last of him!
Are these real ruins? Huh, it's just like in the serials.
Love a good brawl!
Nice hit!
What's this?
Nice one.
Oh, that's the last of him. Felix! Let's
Don't
dance!
mess with us.
Hey, boss! Watch this! That's the last of him!
Hello? Hello? Oh, thank the Eternal. My friends and I were scavenging here, and a Meta Queen showed up. I ran in here. It's easier than it's... Phew. My buddy had a key, but I ain't heard him in a while. He locked me in here and took off. So look for a dead guy, I guess. Oh. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up!
Ah, phew. Now I'm out here. Still landing yourself in trouble. Oh, hi, Nyoka. Oh, sure, I'm a runner. I'm used to getting all dizzy and... Thanks. Fresh sulfur. Good to be outside.
We're doing this! Damn, but we're good. I've been waiting for this!
Careful. Only things you'll find in the ruins are liable to shoot you or eat you. Or both.
Exploring some ruins, killing some monsters. All we're missing is theme music.
Everyone all right?
Love a good brawl! You're the best there ever was.
Good old Stellar Bay. Only place on the planet that don't stink of sulfur. On account of it stinking like fish instead.
We gotta go exploring. I want to see some savages. Must have been nice, throwing off the shackles of your old job, taking up the rugged life of a hunter.
Sure, it's... Wait, what?
Board must have forced you to do something till you decided to be a hunter. I was hauling boxes till the boss picked me up.
It's not like I threw off the shackles of some other life. I grew up on Monarch. I've always been a hunter. Anything else would be a waste of my outstanding talents.
I get it. You picked a path for yourself and never looked back. According to the board, what you did was impossible.
The board also claims it's impossible to live on Monarch, yet here I stand. They believe gainful employment necessary to one's survival. I believe the board can kiss my ass.
You should know, you're getting excellent. What can I do for... You aren't supposed to... Oh, yes. This has been... I give MSI everything. My work, my one of... I thought volunteering... Apparently not. Yeah, in charge of a scrap heap of a city. I hadn't thought of it that way. Thank you. Oh, yes. I'm going to be up all night with this.
Try to control...
Have you any idea how powerful this is? What a question! Bureaucratic micromanagement is the only way anything gets done in Halcyon. For our part, a bill of liquidation/transfer Form 52 will protect our holdings on Monarch by temporarily assigning them to a pass-through entity. Corporate? How was that, Celia?
You're that...
Celia?
Already noted for your...
I have reason to believe that one of the other corporations is operating...
The board just can't let Monarch go, huh?
I admit I've been hatching... If someone is operating here, then Catherine's almost certainly supplying them out of Fallbrook. Perhaps she could be good... That's part of the problem. She has certain ambitions.
Don't get yourself worked up, sir.
We really don't... Once you, subtly work out where this corporate facility might be, bring back proof of its A foolproof plan if I ever...